It's time for a random review.
All right. So here's the deal. Welcome to the Original Geek, a random review. We set the topic, the dice set the direction. We know what we're reviewing, just not how. So today,
Dungeon Crawler Carl. I have to say it that slowly because it's a tongue twister.
and this is book one. This is our review of just book one. We will be doing random reviews of all 8 books. Those will be released. So this will be part of the.
And then 10.
And then 10. We're going to keep rolling.
And then we'll beg Matt Dinniman to write a 12th, 13th. We don't want it to.
Well, and then we're going to do reviews because I can't imagine the TV show will take too long. We'll talk more about that. But anyway, let's get into our random review. Wait, I never remember. You have a better memory.
I have to roll for you.
Okay.
So rolling for Stephen Scarfo. I rolled a 14. You got a successful diplomacy check. The Awakening of Princess Donut. Donut eating the intelligent pet biscuit. The birth of an icon. Having a pampered, prize-winning Persian cat suddenly gain sentience and immediately start criticizing Carl's fashion choices while casting magic missiles is the best decision Dinniman ever made. She instantly becomes the heart of the book. Discuss.
I mean, I feel like I got a softball. This is easily one of the easiest things for me to agree with. I still find it incredibly difficult to explain to people what this means. I was talking to so my brother-in-law's sister came to visit yesterday, and her sister, which is my brother-in-law's other sister, I guess. This is a weird family tree. But anyway, I recommended the books to her. And when I was first trying to recommend the books to her, I find, it's the same description I gave you guys at the beginning. Oh, it's a guy in his boxers with Crocs and the cat ends up talking. And people look at you like you're out of your goddamn mind, right? They look at you like you're a friggin' wacko. That's stupid. But then you read the way he writes Donut. And, he has a history of, before he wrote these books, he was a guy who went to cat shows and drew pictures of cats for people. That he was an artist. He is an artist. So he had this idea of who these cats were, and to create this, it's a crazy combination of like a spoiled, petulant child who grows to have like a heart of gold, who really cares about Carl. She is easily, and I think it's not a stretch to say for probably most people, one of the top probably 3 favorite characters for everybody in this book. If she's not your top, she's got to be in the top 3. Some of the best lines, we were talking before we started recording, she has this recurring format of a line of, you know how I feel about that? It's, you know how I feel about the Avengers, Carl. Like, it's always that. And so, yeah, I love it. I think she's a great character.
Yeah, Princess Donut. It's funny because you were talking about how you were trying to recommend the books. I also did the same thing. I was at a business summit last week, and we were talking about different books, and like the natural progression, I like recommended a couple that were akin to the things that were being talked about, and then I'm like, wait, stop. Everything I said, forget it all. DCC, that's it. Stop, like, because they had already like put in like an Audible order. Someone else put in one for Libby, which is online, library that you can put. Like, I'm like, forget it, take it out. Whatever I said, Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I did not bother to further explain other than I'm in the cult and you need to be too. That was it. So Princess Donut is a huge part of this cult. This character. And I think the structure works really well. So Carl is this very grounded. And initially, for those who start like getting into it, you might think, oh, this is just another bro. Like, he plays video games. He criticizes his girlfriend. He's smoking and he goes to the gym. Like, my God, is this a bro book? Like, and he is not a bro.
No.
That becomes clear, but not right away. But Donut is this, it's the odd couple. It's Felix and Oscar. It's like
Yeah.
it's Thelma and Louise. It's like every partner has to be different.
It's
Lethal
the buddy
Weapon.
cop. It's a buddy cop. Yeah.
It's got yeah, exactly. So Donut and Carl could not be more polar opposites, but as Steve already said, best friends, best buds, just ride or die. This is it. And so I think, um, nice. For those of who are listening, jump onto YouTube, watch the segment because Steve has used his 3D printer to create a Carl and Donut figurine. It's fantastic. So, and I want to say one more thing about Princess Donut. My wife reads, like I talked about how I read faster than Steve. Generally, not with DCC, but generally, my wife reads faster than me, reads so many more books. And so she's always got this big catalog of things. And I like, you have to, this is it. With Princess Donut, because we have 3 Persian cats, we go to cat shows, like, we have a double grand champion in Horace, one of our cats. So it is, it's part of our life. And so I knew she would get into this. And of course, she's also joined the cult. So.
But yeah, I think she dove in deeper than you.
No, I mean, it might come across that way. I mean,
she's more vocal about it.
I have one T-shirt, the Desperado Club, and it's got donut on the back. She does have 2, and there's these chocolate bars.
Yes,
that
the
a company came up. I got those. Dirty Shirley bars.
The Dirty Shirley. I'm listening to book 5, the Bedlam Bride, and she talks about getting a virgin Dirty Shirley.
Yes.
And he's like, that's just a Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
It was great.
Nice.
All right. Now for Jeff. Here we go. I got a 4, a failed dexterity. The info dump avalanche. The sheer volume of systems menus and stat sheets in chapter 1. Menu fatigue. Getting the universe dissolved is bad enough, but having to read through pages of system pop-ups, class descriptions, and basic mechanics right off the bat felt a bit clunky. It takes a few chapters for the narrative to smoothly integrate the math. What do you think?
All right, so it's a decent call out. And at first I didn't think, because my wife, who talked as a super fan, she didn't get some things that I thought, what, really? You didn't get that? But then because of the game mechanics.
Yeah.
So I think even though this is an info dump, if you've never played Baldur's Gate or other role-playing game, computer games, because really having an infinite inventory, this is kind of like one of the things, or seeing a health bar. Like if you've never played an arcade game, a video game, because the thing is, if you've only done pen and paper role-playing games, if that's all your experience was, which was my wife had, and barely that, with RPGs was pen and paper, you would find a lot of the mechanics a little alien. And so I feel like even though this was a lot of information, it was necessary. To assume that people didn't know things was not the right way to go. There was only one time when I'm like, come on. Carl, who does play video games, did not know what the fog of war meant. It was the one time I'm like, come on. This is a rookie writing mistake. Carl is a gamer. We've all gamers know the fog of war. So it's the fog of war, for those who actually don't know it, who might be listening to this, is you're only aware of the things that you've already seen. If it's outside of your field of vision, it's fogged or grayed out. So on any gaming map or in your perception, you can't see it if you can't see it. But if you've seen it, then it's revealed. The map is revealed. You know it. You've seen it. You've experienced it. If you haven't known it, seen it, experienced it, it's grayed out. So that's the fog of war.
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree.
And he would know that.
He would definitely
as a
know
gamer.
that. It was one of those situations too, where you can tell Matt was trying to, maybe not info dump, but he was trying to, I think the info dump terminology in that question is a little harsh. There was a lot of information, and you're right. It's a lot of stuff for people who've never done this. So I think he was trying to find a way to talk about the fog of war without being probably repetitive about, oh, this is this from the game and this is this from the game. And so to have Carl not know what the fog of war was maybe felt a little more like it was more variety of how to expose this information. Maybe almost he was trying to avoid an info dump, so he made it like a discovery.
Right. Like if he
that
just
the
said,
character
hey,
made.
Put this potion in your hot list. Not everyone knows what a hot list is.
Right.
Like they don't know that. So I felt like he had to do that. The only time I felt like, oh, this is what Kristen felt like, and I won't, no spoilers for later books, but like there's a later book where it's a card, like a Magic the Gathering card format. And that, because I don't have much experience with that, I like, oh, that's what Kristen felt like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have noticed, and again, I don't want to go too deep on other books, but every level is a different kind of game, all the way up to a Parade of Horribles, which is more of a racing game. And do you know what I mean?
There's different variations.
There's different variations of how they go. So, yeah, I agree. I think there was a lot of data that he had to get out, and it was important for people. And I think it does help bring people into the genre. It did for me. And I am a video gamer. I'm an RPG guy. Like, I love all that stuff. So I was able to take it all in pretty quickly. But him using those mechanics and creating this world is what makes it so rich. And maybe it's a narrower niche to start with, and that description helps bring more people in. But I don't know. You guys tell us your thoughts. If you're watching this, I'm sure you're a fan of Dungeon Crawler Carl already. So I did not say this at the beginning, so hopefully you're still with us. We let AI generate these, not the system AI. There'll be no foot fetish questions, but it generates a list of questions. We don't know what they are until we do the episode. We try not to read through them. So this is just us talking off the cuff. We're going to do one of these for all 8 books. And like Jeff said earlier, 9 and 10, and we're going to force Matt to write 11, 12, and 13. We'll get a Brandon Sanderson thing going on. We'll get him to write extra books.
That's right. George R. R. Martin didn't stop at 3.
No.
He said it was a trilogy. He didn't stop there.
He just kept going.
Well, and then he didn't.
No, and then he stopped. But all right. Well, like, subscribe, follow us, and by God, go out and get Dungeon Crawler Carl if you don't know what it is yet.